Hi, this is Leslie Sumner, and I'm going to share about my group's topic, which is online learning, the overview of our presentation, as well as the definition, history, and application of online learning in the classroom. Let's go ahead and get started with the overview of the presentation. This is also going to be our menu page. The overview is as follows: the definition, history, application of online learning. There's going to be research and its implications, resources and tools, the importance of online learning in the classroom, the cons of digital learning, as well as our graphical data, which is the teacher's online learning usage, as well as the impact of digital tools in students' success and its productivity. There will also be a recommendations page, which is our conclusion, and a references page following. As you will note, each of our topics is also a hyperlink so that anyone viewing this PowerPoint can go directly to the slide of their choosing. For example, if I wanted to check out the application of online learning, I would go ahead and click it, and it'll take me to that slide. On each of our slides, there will also be an overview clickable button on the bottom left hand of the screen that can bring you back to the overview or the menu page of our online learning presentation. Let's check out the definition of online learning. Online learning can be defined as formal and informal educational opportunities that take place through the web. This means that online learning can happen in and outside of the classroom as technology evolves and students have more access to digital devices. Online learning covers a range of technology that can be used in a K-12 setting, which you will see through examples from the other members of my group. The history. In the 1970s, the earliest form of technology was very limited. It was only calculators, videos, and Scantron. In the 1980s, computers were first introduced, and it was revolutionary. In the 1990s, computers were more regularly a part of everyday life, and some teachers even had at least one PC in the classroom. This was for instructional purposes only. In 2009, it was reported that 97% of classrooms have one or more computers. In 2016, in the Horizon report, it was predicted that every student in the United States will have a computing device in the next 2 to 3 years. In 2017, according to the Education Technology magazine, it was reported that more than 50% of teachers said that there was 1-to-1 student-to-device ratios in their classroom. As we look ahead to the future, it can be assumed that all students in the United States will have a personal device to access online learning at home and at school. The application of online learning. The question is, what is it used for? Flexible learning and optimal schedule. What this means is that students can learn at their own pace. Whether you have more gifted or advanced students that are moving quickly through a lesson or students that are having difficulty understanding a topic, online learning definitely gives the students a chance to work at their own pace. Specialized subjects can also be taught online. For example, if a school district wasn't able to find a teacher who specialized in teaching Chinese as a language, these students could have an online learning resource or tool to be able to access lessons and learn from these specialized teachers through digital devices. Students who are homeschooled or are gifted, maybe traveling athletes, actors, or musicians, Students that are on an extended medical leave or taking online courses to get ahead, they all have access to learning wherever they are located, no matter what their circumstance may be. Students who are shy or might have difficulty sharing in class discussions, they'll have an opportunity to communicate in a different way. A flipped classroom. Students can access online lectures, podcasts, videos at home or in class, and complete work at home, which allows more time in class to have discussions and to also do group activities. Online learning provides many facets of communication, which is up to the teacher's discretion as related to their content area being taught. Every teacher can find an online learning resource that students would find engaging and motivating. These communication systems are found through social media, for example, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Skype, Twitter, as well as online educational blogs, online portals such as Blackboard or Canvas, interactive websites that pertain to the content area, also video, podcasts, one-on-one devices such as iPads or Chromebooks that have a lot of Google application suite, and even more. These are all Web 2.0 tools and online learning resources.
Students are informally learning much differently than previously. Informal learning is defined by B.Z. Sarkowski as unstructured, serendipitous, and in most cases, incidental learning. Students are learning so many new concepts while scrolling through their social media feeds compared to the students of 30 years ago. Because of this new wave of previous knowledge, teachers need to update the curriculum based on student needs. This means learning online. Teachers can utilize social learning networks for good, especially because students already know how to use them. There is, however, a balance between formal learning and integrating technology within education. A blend of technology within informal learning and classroom formal learning can gain the best results, as shown in a study by C.J. Oster. Oster completed a study for his Intro to Sociology class at the college level. He wanted to see the results of a flipped classroom, where the lectures were heard by the students outside of the class through videos and screencasts. Then, class discussion occurred in class face-to-face. Oster had incredible results, showing that students enjoyed being able to listen to lectures online and in a format they could customize for themselves. This especially alleviated any issues with scheduling or troubles in a learning environment. Blended learning is a challenge for current teachers to adapt into. Sarkowski states, lifelong learning is a crucial event for gaining knowledge and skills in an ever-changing society, and it doesn't necessarily happen in the formal education environment. Teachers struggle to stay up to date in a rapidly changing society, but if teachers can achieve a balance of online learning to appeal to their students' interests, a great balance can be learned. C.J. Oster comments that students prefer the gained independence through online learning because they have the means and ability to communicate and accumulate knowledge in new ways with the internet, the web, and a variety of mobile devices. Students know they have the world at their fingertips, and now they are expecting their teachers to allow them to use this new power in the classroom. Not allowing online learning would be a disservice to the technological power our students now contain.
In this slide, we're going to talk about how digital learning is integrated into the classroom. So flipped classroom models that encompass technology, prompt learning curiosity and eagerness in students and teachers. It gives them an opportunity to have that instant interactions in and out of the school setting. Obsolete approaches no longer work in traditional classrooms. Students are just not interested in learning in the traditional setting nowadays. due to the increased use of technology in their personal lives. So it makes it very difficult for students to have that traditional classroom setting. It's not as personalized, it's not as interactive. So incorporating that technology component into the classroom is always a benefit for students and teachers as well. Online learning is useful in the classroom for several reasons. One is helps develop cooperative learning skills, so students learn how to effectively communicate with one another through blogs, email, social media sites. Two is the peer support in the learning process. So students are able to assist each other as they learn, and learning from each other ultimately creates that positive rapport among the students. Three is fostering critical thinking skills, which is most teachers find very, very important. So students often work independently when utilizing digital platforms, therefore giving them a basic understanding of the skills even before they enter the classroom. This helps them reach that cognitive level on the Bloom's taxonomy of creating. They want to reach that faster. So that's the highest level. When students are creating, it shows that they understand, they know exactly what they're doing, and they're able to take what they learn and make something from it. Four, it connects learning to real world experiences. This is another really important component when integrating that digital learning in the classroom. Many online platforms offer programs that associate real world examples, which makes it kind of easier to engage students and help them retain information. Five is a positive platform for communication among classmates. Students are learning to use social media networking platforms and other communicative platforms to safely and positively communicate and network with one another instead of the constant misusing of these platforms that we're normally seeing. Six, they actively participate in problem solving processes. Students are working through challenging tasks, figuring out ways to solve problems as they arise. So this also ties into developing and fostering a critical thinking skill, which is also great for the classroom. And seven, they promote that differentiated instruction. This is one of the most important components when teaching because everybody is at a different level. So when students are able to have that adaptive piece when learning online, it kind of gives them the courage that they need. It motivates them to keep pushing forward because it's work that they can do. So most online platforms offer that learning path that adapts to a student's ability. So the task is less frustrational for that student. Overall, implementing technology in classrooms, while it has lots of pros, they also have some challenges such as time and resources. A lot of the technology pieces that we incorporate into the classroom learning, they take time to make sure that they fit, that they're appropriate, that they're user friendly for your particular age group. And then the biggest component is the resources. Every school does not have the funding to manage online learning for all the students. Sometimes you have to share computer labs, or sometimes there's only funding for certain grades and things of that nature. So we also have to take that into account as well. Teachers should just simply find appropriate ways to integrate technology into their traditional classroom setting, being sure to consider grade level, the differentiation strategies, grade appropriateness, and of course, content area, making sure that everything is aligned, that the students are getting the most that they can from that particular online learning component.
Online learning, resources and tools. As the online learning platform continues to increase, so do the number of websites that offer instruction in all core subjects. There are dozens of websites that assist teachers with lesson planning, execution, and provide students with detailed, step-by-step how-to instructions. Many of these sites allow students to log in directly for online practice. These sites are beneficial to teachers and allow students a hands-on approach to learning. These online resources allow students to practice concepts that have been newly introduced. They also function as a co-teacher, so to speak. These sites may be utilized during stations or to assist struggling learners. The online graphics and sounds afford students the opportunity to see what they are learning. These sites are interactive and provide detailed instructions on how students can best matriculate through various lessons. Some popular sites that are great for teachers and students alike: Khan Academy, Study Island, Pearson Realize, Accelerated Reader, Prodigy, ReadWorks, TeacherTube, iKnowIt.com, Vocabulary, Kahoot, Quizzes, Reading A through Z, Scholastic, and Algebra Calculator. I have used every site except TeacherTube. Khan Academy is an excellent resource for teaching math. Students and parents access the site and its contents for free. I know it is great for students to reinforce what has been instructed in the classroom. Student Study Island can be set up for individual use or can be set up for students as a challenge questions. Study Island is also park aligned, which is a great tool for students because it allows them to know the kind of questions they will encounter on the exam. I also use Kahoot and quizzes as fun ways to review and assess without the formal paper and pencil test. Algebra Calculator is an awesome way for high schoolers to practice algebraic concepts. As with all digital learning pros, there have to be some cons. And some of those possible cons are less social interaction. Students must self-motivate. The online learning platform may not provide the best learning environment for students with disabilities, students who are shy, or even for gifted learners. Students may become distracted by social media, gaming, or other non-educational websites. Younger students may not be computer savvy, and just what if the internet server is non-operational? It is common knowledge that children learn from their peers. Social interaction promotes learning. Students who are introverts or who do not correspond with their peers often struggle in the classroom. Students must be mature enough to be self-motivated. Students who need constant teacher-student interaction may not perform well in an online environment. Additionally, students need the maturity to remain on task, or their minds may drift. They may become bored, stressed, and may seek other non-educational websites instead. As mentioned earlier, younger students will not have the necessary skills to navigate various websites, and if there's no internet service, teachers will still have to teach in the traditional model. Teachers' uses of online data. Teachers' uses of selected digital content components in the classroom by percentages. All teachers, blended teachers, online teachers. And the parameters that they given us were online curriculum, online videos, animation, digital textbooks, and real-time data. Teachers' views on the impact of digital tools and resources on student success. Fully online class, blended class, the flipped learning class. My students are more motivated to learn. My students are developing creativity. My students are developing problem solving and critical thinking skills. My students are applying knowledge to practical problems. My students are taking ownership of their learning. Teachers' views on the impact of digital tools and resources on their own productivity. In the fully online class, blended class, and the flipped learning class. I am better organized. I am creating more interactive lessons. I am facilitating more student-centered learning. I am more productive. I am managing my class effectively. I am personalizing learning for my students. And here's the data, the percentages. The resources I used: Dana Thompson, Beyond Classroom Walls, Teachers and Students Perspectives on How Online Learning Can Meet the Needs of Gifted Students, Journal of Advanced Academics, 2013 Trends in Online Learning, Virtual, Blended, and Flipped Classrooms.